All right, family, you already know what it is. Chauncey, aka Karima, great man of God media with another GMOG Media TV conversation. All right, family. I want to talk about this live stream that happened earlier today on shout out to Sinetta TV, Black News 102. This live stream with Brother Polight. Um, Basically, the title of this live stream was Brother Polight Decoding the Hip Hop Industry from the Inside Perspective. I'm gonna go in on this, man, and I'm gonna share. I'm gonna give my commentary on this and my whole thing about um Sonetta asked him a question about does he agree with Floyd Mayweather and All Lives Matter, and Polight is now officially on the damn coon train. But I'm gonna play the video clip and then offer my commentary afterwards. Before I do that, family, if you're new to this channel, once again, my name is Chauncey, aka Karima, great man of God media. On this channel, I talk about counter racism. I also talk about issues that affect Black people collectively as a group, and I'll offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system of racism, white supremacy, with a system of justice. So if you subscribe to that ideology, please subscribe to this channel. If you don't, you're hate watching. That's retarded. Waste of time. Just click off. It's just that simple. All right, so let's proceed, family. Yeah, I just also got back from my son's. I'm a volunteer coach. Some of you may or may not know. I'm a volunteer coach for my son's 8U basketball team. Both of my sons are on the team, and I'm a volunteer coach. I really love what I do, and as you can see, I got the whistle here. I just came back from the park and all that stuff, and we got a game tomorrow morning. My son is now going to be the point guard, so hopefully we do well and continue to progress. The team is 8U, 8 and under. So like I said, well, hopefully we play well and we continue to just get better, fundamentally speaking. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, family, yeah. So this video, the live stream that Sonetta had, it was, like I said, it was entitled Brother Polight Decoding the Hip Hop Industry from the Inside Perspective. I was like, okay, that's an interesting title. I want to hear what Brother Polight has to say, right? Now, in my mind, I'm already thinking like, okay, you got a black man talking about the inside perspective, which he's talking about his perspective. But when you're talking about inside perspective, unless you're classified as white, that's the only way you're going to get a true sense of the inside perspective of the music industry as a whole, right? But anyway, I'm gonna play the clip, and I'm not gonna play the whole entire clip, but this is the clip where Sonetta asks Brother Polight about does he agree with the statement that Floyd Mayweather made about all lives matter. I'm gonna play the clip and then offer my commentary afterwards. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna play the clip and then give you my thoughts afterwards. Here we go.
Floyd Mayweather, I see you in his gym. I see you in Floyd Mayweather's gym. Floyd Mayweather has condemned, what's my brother's name with the football 49ers? Come on.
Kaepernick. Yeah, yes. Colin Kaepernick.
Yes, Kaepernick. He said some crazy shit, right? Now, do you agree with Floyd Mayweather that all lives matter? He on that all lives matter shit now. Don't be afraid. He ain't gonna knock you out because his hands is considered a weapon. So, Floyd Mayweather, do you have a problem with that, brother?
I'm gonna tell you this. Floyd's my man. I love him. Shout out to my homie P. Rilla. That's my dude. Listen to what I'm saying. And you ain't gonna like this, but you gotta let me talk to get my whole thing off.
Go ahead.
I see it on your face.
Hold on real quick. Brother Polight is the type of dude that loves to give long filibustering answers, long drawn out diatribes. He cannot give you a simple yes or no answer. Do you agree with all lives matter that Floyd Mayweather said? Yes or no? He can't. That's not in him. He's going to give you a long-winded explanation, but I'm gonna play some of the clip and then, like I said, give you my thoughts.
Damn, so relax, man. I'm good. You about to go in already. I ain't even said nothing. I see it on your face. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Listen to me carefully. All lives do matter. Hold on.
There you go.
Keep drinking that while I talk. Keep drinking that while I talk. Come on, brother. I don't want to hear you talk like that, Polight. Don't worry, bro. Let me finish. The Polight I know, brother. Come on, brother. Let me finish, bro. All right, go ahead. That's all I'm asking you. And then after I'm done, you can take from what I said and you can give me critique if it's even necessary. All right, go ahead. Okay? We're not talking about somebody that's living in the hood right now. We're talking about a man that's made $250 million in 36 minutes. All right? We're not talking about the homie that's doing the 9-to-5 job and he gives his honest opinion. There's two versions of honesty. Right? There's the poor man's honesty, and then there's the wealthy white man's honesty. And then now we can add a third one in there. It's the wealthy black man's honesty, right? So that's one. So in that is the politics. Like Donald Trump, in my opinion, is rich enough as a white man to be honest. He has enough money to be honest. So he can care less what people say or think. Apparently, he has enough money to be honest. I mean, this man even intimated that if he loses the election, his supporters might wild out. And I'm paraphrasing, but I mean, this guy is a gangster with it because he made enough money to be honest. So because you got a lot of money, you can send out the wrong message. No, I didn't say that. To your people, come on, Polight. I didn't say that. All right, what you saying? No need to pyramid emphasis. Give me the time to create, to set this stage. Once I get you in tune with the atmosphere for my deliberation, then you can receive me better. So what I'm telling you is this. We have to contextualize. We have to contextualize these arguments. That's what we have to do. We can't just simply make generalizations about statements people say and make. What we got to do is consider the disposition of that particular person, the hour, the climate, the atmosphere, and what people expect of a person versus what they may say. That's what we got to do. Mm-hmm. And then we also got to consider, is this guy a politician? Is he Mayweather, the politician? Is he Mayweather of politics? Or is he Mayweather of boxing? He's Mayweather the coon. He's Mayweather the fucking coon. I love Mayweather. But when I see his disparaging remarks on going on a brother that's standing up representing, hold on, he's representing black people. Don't you know there's singers, Polight, that stood up because they heard Kaepernick and they said, you know what? I don't even want to sing that motherfucking song no more. Hold on. They said, I don't even want to sing that motherfucking song no more. Because I don't feel good singing that song. It might be more educated. This fucking little ass, cold ass nigga, because he got a lot of money, I'm going to miseducate the babies out there and make them think it's all right. All lives fucking matter. No, listen, Polight. Black lives are the one that matters, brother. We the one being shot down like animals, like dogs, like nothing. Let me ask you a question. Ask me whatever you want. Let me ask you a question. Let's do this. Let's box. No pun intended. Let's box. The way Mayweather, because you see me, I look at the character. Before I come to a conclusion about the statement they make, I try to see how they were edified. And I'm looking at what he's invested most of his life into and where he's achieved his most success. And I also have to take into consideration, this man is not a politician. He did not go to school for politics, okay? This man is an incredible boxer, okay? So what you just did was describe every motherfucking in the hood. We didn't go to school. We ain't a politician. We ain't do that. We dropped out of school. All you did was describe all these niggas in the fucking hood, brother. Yeah. Come on, man. You might have missed something. You might have missed something. What has this man invested most of his time and energy into as far as his life is concerned.
Boxing.
Now, you're going to talk to me about all the other people, right, who are not as educated or proficient in politics, but what have they committed themselves to most of all their life and then achieved a certain level of success. I am not making concessions to mediocrity. Hold on. I am not making concessions to mediocrity. I'm saying if we're going to draw a conclusion, let's think about the events and the circumstances that surround this black man, because when we see black men doing wrong by each other and the white man says we are criminals, we then say, well, look at 400 plus years of slavery and then 60 years suspect that we've been free, that turnover, that they allowed for us to suddenly become functional citizens or human beings amongst each other, thriving in our own paradigm, never being left to our own vices. We say that that is incredibly ridiculous to have such high expectations of a people that have had to endure for so long. Yet, when we talk about one of our brothers and sisters that has an opinion that we disagree with, we never take into account their path that has led them to that point. So what I'm saying is, my brother,
What was his path?
take your time with me. Take your time. What I'm saying is, when I look at this man's career, because I have to see how he's been edified. When I look at his career, did he box as a businessman? Did he take on fights as a businessman? Or did he say, I want to give the people what they want to see? I'm more concerned with punching and getting hit and getting hit back. Or was his ideology to hit and not get hit, as well as take fights at pivotal points in his career where it sufficed to take them on because he would make more money during that time? You got to look at a man who's become extremely successful.
I don't get it, what you're saying.
Yeah, you lost me. You lost me. You lost me.
You're saying that he got the right to talk stupid in the community because of all this shit that he has accomplished in the boxing ring. So, hold on. So this little motherfucker get a pass? Come on, Polight. What I'm saying, if that was somebody else, Polight, you would have been tearing his fucking ass up.
Nope. You try to give me game, you try to give me a bunch of other people.
Because it's Floyd Mayweather. Come on, man. Don't sugarcoat nothing.
You gotta allow me to
smack this motherfucker up with the truth, Polight. Smack up with the truth.
You got to allow me to finish my point, though. You get your points in and out each time you disturb.
All right, go ahead.
But you see, then you go off over there somewhere, hear something, and then you come back here and go off.
No, I'm right here. I'm just setting up the camera.
Yeah, you'll be back again once I start flowing. So what I'm saying is this, just listen carefully. If a man achieves a great deal of success thinking a certain way, okay? If he achieves a great level of success because he's made his decisions predicated on business, ethics, timing, okay? His decision-making process wasn't the conventional decision-making process for any other boxer. He's made a huge success of himself through making decisions based on what was best for his brand to alter his reality, thereby making him a master of his own destiny.
All right, man, I'm done. That's it. That's all I'm gonna play, man. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna go in, man. I'm gonna go in, and when I say I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna start cussing because I have to express myself in a very blunt way. First of all, you cannot intellectualize bullshit. You cannot intellectualize bullshit. Look at something. I paused it, right? Look at this is funny. Look at something on his face. That's how I'm thinking right now. That's what I'm thinking right now. But like I said, you cannot intellectualize bullshit. There's nothing you can say or do to defend what Floyd Mayweather said. That was some coon, buck dancing, sellout Negro shit. That's what it was. That's what it is. There's no way you can intellectualize it. They like to say, there's a saying about if you put syrup on shit, is it pancakes? No, it's still shit. That's the same thing that Brother Polight's trying to do. He's trying to intellectualize the bullshit that Floyd Mayweather said. You want to contextualize it. You want to use all these multi-syllable words to make your point more, I don't know, more intellectual, etc. Brother, you want to play that game? I can play that game too. Pneumonio, tromicroscopio, cilio, bronchaniconiosis. Nobody knew what I just said. That's the longest word in the English dictionary. 20 syllables. So you want to play this, multi-linguistic, intellectual wordplay. I can do that too. But I don't call myself a scholar or a master teacher. I'm a regular dude that wants to resolve the issue of racism, white supremacy in this country amongst black and brown people that are victimized by the system of oppression. All right? That's all I'm trying to do. But there's no way, again, you can't defend what Floyd Mayweather said. You cannot defend that. You cannot defend that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just like Sonetta said, we are getting gunned down, mistreated, executed, subjugated, disenfranchised for over 400 years. Okay? And it's still included today. Even post integration, it's still included today. And I talked about this before. We had the recent shooting in Sonetta's backyard. Deborah Danner, 66-year-old, gunned down by a suspected race soldier. All right, this is the site that I got you guys. I go to the site every day to find out the body count of these race soldiers killing black men, women, and children of all ages, babies to senior citizens. They don't discriminate, right? Race soldiers have a code of silence, the biggest no snitch policy in the Americas today. They don't call out any injustices within their own system. They have a code of silence, a no snitch policy like no other. All right? So all that shit that Polight was saying was some bullshit. You can't intellectualize bullshit. You cannot defend all lives matter when we're the ones being mistreated, subjugated, dominated, executed on a daily basis. You got Negro coons still worried about, I don't know, rappers beefing, just some insignificant bullshit. Well, we should put our time and energy trying to change policies, trying to change laws, trying to galvanize the community and pool our money together, trying to support black businesses, putting our money in black-owned banks, black-owned credit unions. We have to focus on that. You got these so-called master teachers and leaders like Brother Polight defending people like Floyd Mayweather. Why? Because he has financial ties to the money team. So he doesn't want to break his relationship with Floyd Mayweather and the people he works with. Because if he does that, that's going to break bread. That's going to break his financial ties to the money team. And he won't be getting the residuals that he's looking for if he decides to actually speak out against what Floyd Mayweather says. See, that's the problem of white supremacy. White supremacy it affects people of any financial wherewithal. Whether you're rich or you're poor, you can be the poorest Negro on the block. The poorest Negro will say anything to get more money. The richest Negro will say anything to sustain and maintain and grow his wealth, right? So it affects all 9 areas of activity. That's economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, right? I always talk about that. So I titled this video, Would You Take Advice from a Coon? People pay for Polight's advice. People pay to listen to this brother speak. And he's a coon. A straight up coon, a lifetime member on the coon train. And I've called this guy out before about selling these fraudulent products that he done on his website. You know, this stuff about status correction. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's a myth. You can't correct your status under the system of racism, white supremacy. You can't correct your status. All right, that's a myth. There's a straw man myth. All right, talking about you can patent your land or constitutional rights and UCC filings, debt elimination. All that stuff is bullshit, man. You know, I've called him out last year. I think it was on in the Black Media's platform, man. I called him out on his bullshit, man. And again, he makes a great living on just mystifying the people with his BS. You know, you want to use these multi-syllable words, you know, and you know, these vocabulary words that you study and memorize. One thing that's good about Polight, he's able to remember a lot of things. His memory skills are great, right? It's great. That's one thing I could take from him. His memory skills are great, which is why he's able to be a great debater when it comes to these debates. But outside of that, he's BS. He's bullshit. He's bullshit, and he's an official member of the Coon train. So you have to call out these so-called leaders and these so-called master teachers and these so-called scholars, right, in black society. Call them out and shame them. That's what you have to do. You have to do that, you know? So they titled the video inside information for hip hop or something like that. Inside information for hip hop. I didn't even listen to that part. I actually tuned in live when he was talking about Floyd Mayweather and while I was trying to pick up my kids from school, and I was like, that is some bullshit. I gotta speak about that when I get back home later on tonight, and that's what I'm doing right now. And you know, complete bullshit, man. You know, breaking down the music industry or the hip hop industry again is controlled by the dominant white society. All right. Let's talk about why the fact that hip hop and R&B is on the same genre when it's charted in Billboard. Why was R&B created by a white man named Jerry Hexler? Why did they call black music race records back in the 1940s, and then they changed it by a goddamn white man? Jerry Hexler said, you know what, I'm gonna call it rhythm and blues. Why did they chart R&B and hip hop December 11th, 1999? They charted both of these music genres together, right? Why did they do that? Simple. Racism, white supremacy. It's that simple. They control the system. They control the infrastructure, right? So unless you got inside information about that and why Billboard magazine, these top white executives, and I talked about this before, why these top white executives hate the genre of hip hop. They don't want to put money behind it. That's why all of these rappers scream out, yeah, I'm independent. I'm independent. I don't need no record deal. Yes. You know why? Because these white executives, they don't want you. They don't want to support you. Right? Unless you're making unless you're doing Drake numbers, that's when they'll put money behind you. But they're not thinking about no damn rappers. They're not thinking about putting money behind no rappers. They're going to put money behind a white pop artist that's going to cater to their audience and give them money first. That's what they're going to do. Again, it's controlled by the dominant white society. So unless you got inside information regarding that, everything you said is bullshit. Bullshit. All right? I'm not the one out there calling myself a master teacher or a scholar, and I'm not debating nobody. I'm just a regular dude, man, that's trying to resolve the issue of racism, white supremacy, and replace this system with the system of justice. That's all I'm trying to do. So I gotta call out bullshit when I see it. Call out bullshit when I see it, because that was some bullshit. Straight up bullshit. I just want to talk about that and get that off my chest, because there's no way that you can defend Floyd Mayweather talking about all lives matter when black people are the ones being mistreated. Black people are the ones being gunned down. Black people are the ones being disenfranchised. Black people are the ones being subjugated over and over and over again for over 400 years in this country. And like I keep saying, black people have been at war since the first slave set foot on U.S. soil in 1619 in Jamestown, Virginia. That's how far we've been at war. All right? So that's what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. The topic was, taking advice from Coons. I mean, when I heard that, I'm like, people want to take advice from Coons. That's what they want to do. So that's the question for you guys out there. Leave a comment down below and let me know, would you take advice from a coon? Right? And that's actually a partial question. The real question is, would you take advice from a coon regarding black issues? That's an emphatic no for me. Emphatic no. But let's just say Floyd Mayweather, right? Would you take boxing lessons from Floyd Mayweather even though he's a coon regarding black issues? Me personally, yeah, I would. I'll take some boxing lessons. That's as far as it's gonna go. If Floyd Mayweather or anybody in his camp that thinks like him, which most likely they do, is able to give me boxing lessons and just teach me some of the techniques that he knows throughout the years, I will take his advice. But I'm not going to no Floyd Mayweather. I'm not going to no Brother Polight to listen to them regarding black issues and how to resolve this issue of racism, white supremacy in this country. No, I'm not going to them for that. I'm not. I'm going to stick with going back to Dr. Francis Quest Wilson, Dr. Claude Anderson, Neely Fuller, Amos Wilson, all right, Carter G. Wilson, etc., etc. I'm going back to them for my references. I'm not going to no goddamn Floyd Mayweather and Brother Polight for no advice regarding black issues. Hell no. Hell no. All right. So anyway, like I said, family, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about that response from Brother Polight, the all lives matter, trying to intellectualize bullshit. Let me know what you guys think about that and taking advice from Coons. All right, family, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, this is Chauncey, aka Karima, Great Man of God Media, signing out. Peace.